Yo, my dope people, man. What is good? Hope all is well. Sending y'all much positive energy on this beautiful hump day, man. Before we get into this video, this message, let's take a deep breath to become present since it is a gift. Man, you already know that life force energy, that prana, that chi. You feel me? Today, first of all, man, I woke up feeling really good today. And honestly, I wake up every day feeling good, to be completely honest. But some days there's just a little bit more pep. You feel me? A little bit more pep in my step. And I can't really explain why. But some days I just know. I woke up today. I watched the sunrise. You know what I'm saying? I woke up at I think 6:03. My alarm goes off at 6:03. Sometimes I wake up earlier and I'll maybe read or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of, get my mind kicking a little bit early. But I went outside, watched the sunrise, drank some tea. I pulled some tarot cards for myself, and I also meditated. You know what I'm saying? And was looking over some notes. I am studying ancient Egyptian astrology, which is definitely listen, man. Astrology in itself is a different language, but this is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? So it is challenging, and I have to also be patient with myself, man, and understand that I will not understand and learn everything in a day. And that is challenging for me, man, because I'm objective to a fault and I'm a go-getter, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, not to get into this video is about purpose. I want to talk to you all about purpose. How do you find your purpose? That process, what is purpose? You know what I'm saying? Now, first and foremost, right? A lot of people, I believe, feel like passion is needed for purpose. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that way, you know what I'm saying, in regards to feeling like the passion is needed. It's basically you need to feel the passion to know you're in your purpose. Now, that's kind of a different conversation, but I will say it's definitely good to have passion. I think the most important piece of it, though, is really, number one, learning how to channel that passion. Because what happens, right, when we feel this divine spark, which is the passion itself, you know what I'm saying? When we feel that, we feel this inkling or an intuitive sense to take some action towards something. And you're doing what you're supposed to do, to be completely honest. It's just, I think the problem is you burn through it too quick. That is the downfall, or that is the true con to passion. Passion is phenomenal if you know how to properly channel that passion, but you have to balance it. Let me use an example, right? How many times have we met, right? Or how many times have you met a person, and the relationship, as soon as you meet this person, it's a real passionate energy. You're like, man, I really get along with this person. I feel like, we could really do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? And then 2 days later, y'all know how I go. We adults over here. 2 to 3 days later, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking through the text messages. Y'all talking about sex, et cetera. And then y'all do it, right? Now, say, for example, you don't wrap, say you the man and you don't wrap your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, right, she get pregnant. And then guess what? Now you're starting to see a different side of her. You're starting to see, you know what I'm saying, some of the things that you don't really like creep up. And that is the result of not properly channeling the passion. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a more dramatic case. I'm just using that as an example because I'm sure a lot of us have been there, if I'm being completely honest. But you could use that, or you could substitute that for anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to properly know how to channel that passion, because once you burn through it, it's going to take a minute to regenerate. It's like people for example, shout out to my gamers out there. Y'all already know I'm a gamer and I love video games. You know what I'm saying? I don't have as much time to play them right now, but when GTA 6 come out, I'm on it. You feel me? And even maybe hopping back on COD for Ghost, or not Ghost, for Gulf War. But again, I don't know. That's a different conversation. But say, for example, for my gamers, right? You know how we have the looter shooters and in any other game, man, where you have skills and you have abilities, right? And when you use the skill, it's a very, very powerful skill you can use. But once you use it, it takes a long time for the bar to refill so you can use that skill again. That's how you have to look at passion. You have to know, you have to You have to pay attention on when your bar is full and when to use that skill. And again, don't limit yourself. Don't sit there and say, okay, once I start using it, I have to use the full bar. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you really have to learn how to properly channel that energy. And a practical way to do that is when you feel that intuitive, nudge to put action towards something. And again, it doesn't need to be a woman. It can be towards anything. Don't use all of that energy. You know what I'm saying? When you feel yourself getting a little bit tired, back off, relax, go rest. You know what I'm saying? Do something you enjoy doing and let that bar fill up a little bit more so you know how to properly balance it. All right. So that's number one, speaking about passion. And also pay attention to the essence of it, right? And I was talking to my boy Rich the other day, or my man's Rich, right? And we're always talking about sports, different references and things along those lines. And one of the things, man, I pointed out was this. Say, for example, you are passionate about sports. You love sports, right? What is the essence underneath that? What about sports makes you love sports so much? That's the energy you need to tap into, because it's not necessarily the sports. It's the energy that sports provides. It's a type of frequency. It's a type of vibration that sports provides for you that gives you that. It just makes you excited. So tap into that energy. There's other things that gives you that energy. It's not just sports, but again, and it can be a different sport. So really just start to look at it more from an energetic perspective. You know what I'm saying? Not at the base level of, you love football, but it's not just a football. It's what about football do you love? You know what I'm saying? And when you tap into that essence, the universe is going to send you different ideas and concepts on how you could tap into that energy, that foundational energy. Number two, like I said, purpose. And this is something that really, really needs to be understood. And I had to really learn this last year. Like, I had my head down last year, really learning different things, man. You already know my, kind of what I went through in regards to leaving my relation, or, just getting out of a relationship and really tapping back into my energy and learning more about myself. That's what I was doing from literally May last year. Literally we're in May now. It's May 22nd. And my life literally changed like the first week of May. It was like May 3rd, 4th. That shit was crazy. And the reason I bring this up is because when you find out what you're passionate about, you're not going to get paid for it right then and there. And the reason being is because, think about it. If you're getting paid off the bat a lot, if you're getting paid a lot, right? Based on what you think you're passionate about, or whatever it may be, how do you know you're passionate about it? Because you're getting paid for it. The only way you truly know if you're passionate about something, if you truly love something, is if you do it even when you're not getting compensated for it. I had to learn that about tarot. Like, I love tarot. I do tarot myself. I don't need to do tarot for people. I just love collecting the cards and pulling tarot, man, because tarot is a phenomenal tool for self-discovery. It's not, a lot of people think tarot is about predicting the future and all of this. It's not really about that. It can be used for that, but it's not for that. It's about self-discovery and really understanding the process and knowing where you are at in that process in regards to self-discovery. And that's a huge reason on why I love tarot. And it's an extremely creative type of thing, man. I'm a creative person. I create in multiple different ways, right? And tarot is one of them. You have so many different tarot decks and moon decks and things along those lines. I'll probably have a crazy collection. And I'm currently working on creating my own deck, But what I'm saying, though, is I didn't get paid for tarot for about 6 to 7 months after I started learning tarot. The same for astrology. I've had one reading. No, actually, I lied. I think I had 2 readings to where I got paid to look at someone's chart. Most of the time, I'm looking at people's charts for free, if I'm being honest, because I love astrology. You know what I'm saying? It's a divination tool, and it's not just about it being a divination tool. I just love astrology. It's literally learning a new language, literally. So you have to understand, when it comes to finding your purpose, you are not going to get paid for it right off of the bat. You aren't. Because if you do, you're not even going to know if that's your purpose or not. You know what I'm saying? But you'll know if you're not getting paid for something in 6, 7, 8 months. And guess what? You're still doing it. If you're still doing it, then that's your indicator. Like, hey, I really, really love this shit. Let me try to make this into something, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just understand that, man. You're not going to get paid right off rip, but you're going to be rewarded for it. Another thing is, in the process of finding your purpose, right? When you have to look at it like this. In our society, this planet, it has a bunch of needs. You need to find a need, find something that we need on this planet, find your purpose within that need, and fill it. That is the process. That is how you initiate it. And you have to also definitely start by controlling your thoughts. You have to start dreaming more, daydreaming more. This is why, and listen, when I say this, this is not a knock to people going to a 9-to-5. I get it. I'm not knocking, because I've been on a 9-to-5. You know what I'm saying? All I am telling you is, ultimately, you're working for someone else, and they are able to tell you when you can go to work, when you can be off, when you could do X, Y, Z. And I'm the type of person, I already told people, straight boss energy. I'm not going to sit here and say it too much. I'm just being completely honest. I don't want no one telling me where I need to be, when I need to be there. I am an entrepreneur, and I stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't made really a dime from my own personal business. Like, I have not made a dime from my own personal business yet. Not one. You know what I'm saying? I've made money from, again, some tarot, some astrology. You know what I'm saying? But I really had to make things shake. You feel me? But again, that is, for me, I'm making sure I stand on my convictions. And that's how I know I'm in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual essence to it. A highly spiritual essence to it. Point blank, period. Starseed energy. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, find a need, find your purpose within that need, and fill it. But when you fill it, there's going to be a grace period, right? Because that gets into quantum leaping. There's going to be a grace period to where it's going to be a little bit difficult. It doesn't mean you're not taken care of. You are taken care of. If you are tapped into the divine, if you are tapped into the quantum field, you know you are taken care of. So there's literally nothing to worry about. That's the best thing about it. But you have to stand on your convictions. You have to stand in your power, and it's a knowing. That is what faith is. I explained this in a prior video. Faith is knowing. It's not probability. It's not possibility. Faith is knowing that you are in alignment. Faith is knowing the power you have, and faith is knowing your fucking purpose. Point blank, period. And can't no one knock you off of it. That's how you know you're in alignment. You know what I'm saying? So yes, feel that need, or find the need, fill it with your purpose. You know what I'm saying? And let me see another thing. Okay. And this is really where, this is the last part of this. Most people are scared to take the risk. And that's just the honest to God truth, man. Most people feel real safe going to their 9-to-5, getting off at 4 p.m., going to the gym, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be, and watching their shows when they get home, and they just feel safe. The truth of the matter is, you've never been less safe in your life. Because behind the scenes, you think you're safe, but behind the scenes, the elites, they're getting rid of middle class. I'm telling y'all, this is not something I am guessing on. They are getting rid of middle class. They're putting it in your face. Inflation. Everything in a grocery store is expensive. You get 4 items and the shit's like $32. How? You know what I'm saying? It's more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat bad. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they're preaching about healthy eating. But then on commercials, what are they doing? Advertising sweets and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're putting it in your face. They're hiding it in plain sight. They are getting rid of middle class. They are. The housing market, Like I want to say BlackRock probably owns like 70% of the house market, more than likely. I don't know that for sure in regards to the numbers, but I'm telling you, BlackRock owns probably about 60 to 70% of the house market. You think it's a game? It is not. You have never been less safe. You haven't. So you need to, and I just, when I say need, I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm just saying true happiness is through your authenticity and individuality. True happiness is through freedom. Freedom is an energy, but you have to omit that frequency. You have to omit that energy. You know what I'm saying? This is why I stand on my convictions. I'm not going back to a 9 to 5. Period. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, and I'm not. Point blank. Period. So you have to understand that yes, it's going to be a risk, and it's not really a risk if you want me to be honest. The risk is really thinking that we aren't taken care of when we are. The divine takes care of everything. That's where the miracles of magic happen. You know what I'm saying? But you have to love what you do, and the energy you have to put out is love. The energy you have to put out is freedom. You have to put out and omit that energy. If you're not omitting that energy, it's not going to show itself to you. That's universal law, cause and effect, frequency, vibration, law of rhythm. You know what I'm saying? All of those things. You know, so I didn't want to make this too long. I really just wanted to talk about how you can initiate that process in regards to finding your purpose. Think about what you love, right? And everyone, there's something everyone loves. Think about that, right? So again, for example, if you love, there's a lot of women out here who love making, creating bags and creating different, gift products, right? But what is it about that product? What is the energy or the essence of that product that makes you love it? That's what you need to tap into. When you tap into that, the possibilities are infinite because the universe is infinite. It's a mind. It's an infinite mind. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. Sending y'all mad positive energy. It's a great day. I just woke up like, man, I definitely feel like I need to make a video on purpose. You feel me? I don't know why. I just felt like it. But I mean, with that being said, drink your water. Health is wealth. Y'all know. And make sure you stay fit. You know what I'm saying? Stay balanced, but get y'all workouts in and stay fit and hold yourself accountable and just be consistent and disciplined, and everything is going to work out for you. But again, it starts with love and it starts with freedom. With that being said, this is your man, David G, the Cosmostrology channel. I love y'all, and we out.